This simulation is again from the FOSS website. It's in the water section, and we are going to do the evaporation simulation. In this simulation, students are asked to set up experiments to see when the water will evaporate faster. So what I would recommend you do is that you start with students by explaining the steps and showing them. A lot of students are just going to get in here and start going. So you want to talk to them about each of the parts of this. First, right here. Now, here's the other disadvantage. You have to be over the question mark to see these. But the first part here is that you're going to see the different types of water containers there are. There's long and skinny, medium, and then short and fat. If you look here, it talks about each of the containers having the same amount of water. The next variable that they have in this experiment, variable 2, is the temperature in the room. You can change the temperature from 10 to 25 or 40 degrees Celsius. The third variable is the environment outside. Is it humid, desert, or rain? The next variable the next thing that you need to do is you pick which one is going to evaporate faster. Here it gives the hint that in order to set up a controlled experiment, they should only change one variable. The only thing is it only asks how many variables should you change. So this needs to be a conversation had with students before the simulation. I would recommend a worksheet of some kind that goes along with this so that it directs students' attention. Maybe in the worksheet you have them set up the different variables that you want them to see the evaporation. As far as ease of use, it's very easy for students to change the variables along the side and the temperatures, changing the atmosphere, changing the container. It's very easy for them to do. It's easy for them to really clearly see the difference. Here you've got 3 variables of difference. We'd have to change those and make sure we only have one variable different. Make sure the temperature is the same. And we're going to pick a winner and go. You see it go ahead and it evaporates very quickly here. This gives students a great visualization of how the difference in surface area of water exposed to the air affects evaporation. I really would recommend a worksheet, however, with this to guide students, something that a teacher creates to have students make changes to guide their learning and guide their hypotheses. This is a great scientific method where they have to create a hypothesis, test that hypothesis, and learning about how to create and set up an experiment changing only one variable. They could set up several different types of experiments here. This could be very handy for students to just play with for a while. As far as student engagement goes, as long as there is an objective to it from the teacher, I feel like the students would be engaged. It's a lot funner of a way to do it than just watching it on a video. So I feel like students could be engaged with this depending on how the teacher set it up. The other things that you could do is you could time how long it takes. So this isn't part of the simulation, but as a teacher, you could set it up where you maybe have them keep them the same, and using a stopwatch, they time how long it takes to do this. So they would time how long it takes for the water to evaporate. And then they could set up another one where it's a different temperature, and they're going to let it evaporate and time that one as well. So there's lots of things that a teacher could set up and do with this. As far as a standalone simulation without any teacher intervention, without any teacher supplies, it's moderate. It really does require some teacher intervention to make this really work and really be an effective simulation in a classroom.